Yes, welcome back to Ed Hunts. Today we're at Buy Set Exchange, one of my favourite retro game shops in the whole of London, and we're going to go take a little bit of a more of an in-depth look because he's changed some things around. Let's see what he's got. Keep that in mind, he will be closed for that week. So let's go inside. Do always enjoy looking at the selection that he has here. Look at that, free running. I've never even seen that before, you know. Didn't even know they're free running games on the PS2. It's awesome. Some uncommon titles, you know. Make sure you look on the floor as well. Some stuff there. But yeah, he's created a bit more space on the floor. It's a bit more space to kind of like browse, which is good. And shelves are looking nice and stocked. Reasonable price on all these loose DS games here as well. 3DS. Got some good ones in there as well. Pokemon, Sonic Rush, Harvest Moon, Pokemon Mania, Shadows of Almia. He's been stuck with that Smurfs. All these DS games here down there, £2. Imagine you've got loads of loose cases, like you can fill up all those loose cases down there. £2 each, bargain. SNES down there, look, testing and working, just a bit yellow for £35, bargain. A Wii console for 20 quid, a few stickers on it, but you know, nice decoration. You know, got the, you know, more recent consoles. Look, Xbox One, Series S, you know, get a next gen console for £175 is good. OLED. Some PS4s here in the cabinets. Minecraft Xbox One. Of course, got an N64 and a GameCube. Got some nice Mega Drive games up here as well. And he's loose. And look, even one box game hiding back there as well. The Shenmue hiding back there. Crazy Taxi, absolute classic. PSP games. Some rarer PS1 games. Rarer Xbox games down there as well. Look, you can just come in here and just hunt and hunt and hunt. There's just so much stuff. It's awesome. And obviously got stuff that's just non-gaming as well. No batteries. Just a few. Average Dreamland, Tetris, PGA, golf, pinball. I got this from the booth the other day for £2.50. Oh. Okay, that is pretty nice. It's pretty common. Pierre the Chef, which is an okay game. Right, Flashback's pretty common. Is the CD in there? Have we checked? No. Oh, it's not in there. Oh, you haven't checked. Mario All Stars.
Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mario, so it's bigger Mario, better Mario, in your face Mario, it's Raccoon Mario, Mario throwing fireballs, Mario hurling turnips, Mario negotiating an arms deal.
Nice, another nice copy. This. Oh my god. I have never even seen this before. Boxed, unboxed, or otherwise. And we're back. So, just came back from a local video game shop, and yeah, I think I just dropped the most amount of money I have ever dropped on a collection of retro games ever in my whole entire life. And some of the games here are in absolutely insanely good condition. I would have never have dropped this kind of money unless they were, and we're gonna go through them now. And honestly, one of the games in there I haven't even seen loose, let alone in this condition before. So let's start going through them. I think about 15 games to show you initially, and then I've got 3 more box games to show you, which cost me £30, so £10 each. So let's start initially going through the games that I got from the local video game shop, because some of them, oh my god. So the first game I'm going to show you, probably the least glamorous, is Flashback on the Super Nintendo. Now, the condition, as you can already see, is 9 out of 10. So let's have a look on the inside, and you can see that it is got the cartridge, manual, and it has the little Super Nintendo little guidebook as well, and that is such nice condition, and that is just at the bottom of the pile. The next game that we have, still part sticker sealed, The Lost Vikings on the Super Nintendo.
Meet Olaf, Eric, and Balog, available now in their current hit, The Lost Vikings.
Now, this game is also complete. This even still has the plastic around it. Absolutely mint condition manual. The insert is in fantastic condition. Box overall, 9.5 out of 10. Considering its age as well, absolutely fantastic. Next game, we have Pierre Le Chef Out to Lunch. Now, I remember buying this a few years ago. It was on the channel. I think I got it from Comic Con. And when I bought it, the geezer was like, yeah, it doesn't have the manual, but it has the poster, which makes it worth a little bit more. This has both. So this has the poster, obviously the game, immaculate in its plastic still, and we have the manual. Like, to get it just with the manual is not that expensive, but to get it with everything else is so much more expensive and so much more rare. So next game we have is Donkey Kong Country. Now, when I first saw this, I got excited. I was like, oh, please let the CD be inside. It is not, unfortunately, but overall very nice condition. Again, has the manual in very nice condition. And then we have Stunt Race FX. Again, this is quite a common one. This one, again, the condition of the box is very good, but it isn't perfect. I'd say this is probably about a 7.5, 8 out of 10. Again, inside manual, very nice condition. Very happy. So yeah, again, one of the lower end Super Nintendo games there. Then this one is definitely a keeper, and that is Super Mario All Stars. Now, I have this in various forms. I have it in the Japanese version boxed. I have loose copies of it. I've got like the one with Mario World, but I don't have this boxed, and it's still sticker sealed as well. So definitely keeping it. So again, very nice condition. Manuals inside, and yeah, that is definitely a keeper. So that is Mario All Stars. The reason why I paid so much for this lot is Wolfenstein 3D on Super Nintendo. Now, this game, so hard to come by. They do not have any copies of it in CEX, loose or otherwise. This is in fantastic condition. Look at that, it is still in plastic. We've got the manual right here. Overall, the box is in stunning condition. According to price charting, this is a minimum £180 game, but I've seen this go in this condition for well over £220. So this is definitely the jewel in the crown of the collection, Wolfenstein 3D on the Super Nintendo. So we do have some other games that went with it, and these are all just loose games, but go from anyway. We've got GoldenEye, 007 on the N64, and all the rest of the games are Game Boy games. So we've got Tetris, we've got Desert Strike, which I actually picked up. I got Jungle Strike recently in a booth video, which I've never seen. I've got Desert Strike as well. I've got Kirby's Pinball Land, which I already have boxed. We've got Miss Pac-Man, classic. We've got PJ Tour 96, Kirby's Dream Land. Even some of the loose games are pretty good, and we've got Golf. So all of those games that I just showed you were £280. So that was, it's quite a lot I dropped there, but you know, I love going to that place, and you know, it's good to support a local business as well. So if you're ever around there, I'll drop the address below now. Go check it out, because like, it's one of my favourite gaming shops in the whole of the UK, really. Like, because I've been to loads of them, and I always seem to do the best there and seem to get the best deals there. So yeah, definitely go check it out if you get a chance. So I've got 3 more N64 games to show you as well. Now this is from a buddy of mine, and they're all £10 each or £30 for the lot. So you can see however way you want. So the first game is Walele Country Club on N64. Again, this is complete. Let's just have a look inside. There's quite a lot in there. There's the manual. There's the cartridge, very nice condition. It's not one of the best golf simulators. I do prefer the 3D era of like PlayStation 2 era of golf games, as opposed to this era. It's a bit clunky, so yeah, not the best. Then we've got F1 Grand Prix on A64. Now again, this is one of the very, very low end games. This is probably worth about £10, so, but it's a nice condition, carrying the box protector as well, so that was nice. And then we've got Space Station Silicon Valley. Now this is probably the reason why I bought the whole lot, because this is quite hard to come by, a nice condition box, and I think it regularly sells between £30 and £40. So that was quite a good deal, all in all, I thought, for those 3 N64 games, and all for those games in general. You alright? Getting all this one. Nice bits under there. Pokemon Red there. Okay, so it's about a week later after the initial pickups from the local game shop with all the Super Nintendo games and stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have all of those anymore. I sold Wolfenstein 3D at the Oxford Gaming Market. I didn't get much footage from there, unfortunately. My camera just wasn't working properly that day. So we went back to the local game shop and we spent some more money. Not nearly as much as we did on the Super Nintendo games, but we got some really cool bits and bobs. Some games I rarely see at a really good price, and one piece that's just absolutely incredible. So let's start going through that now and yeah, show you what I've got. So here we'll go through some of the lower dollar games first. So I've got Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. Only £1, really nice condition PS3 game, so I've got to get that one. Heavenly Sword on PS3. So all these games are complete and actually in really nice condition as well. This is all in nice condition. I fully trust Buy Sell Exchange. Then we've got Agents Mayhem on Xbox One. Only £2, thought it was a great price. I picked that one up too. We've got Dragon Age Inquisition on Xbox One. Only £1. Then we've got a couple of PS2 games here. Now, PS2 games I've never seen before. We've got New York Race, inspired by The Fifth Element. Now, I love The Fifth Element. What an amazing movie. Like, it's just, you know, I think it's entrenched in a lot of people my age, you know, when you're growing up. It came out in like 98, I was about 10 or 11 when it came out. So yeah, absolutely amazing film. Don't know how this game is going to play, but yeah, New York Race on the PS2. And then we've got Free Running on the PS2. I didn't even know there was a free running game before Mirror's Edge on PS3. I thought that was the first free running game, but clearly not. So there's one on PS2. It looks like horrible graphics, even from the cover. But it really doesn't sell it very well. But yeah, it was only £1. And then we've got a couple of PS4 games. Now, these are not PAL or NTSC region. They're actually from Hong Kong. Now, I'm not sure what this is. It looks like Dynasty Warriors or a similar game to that. If anyone knows what this game's called, let me know in the comments, because yeah, I can't read any of this. So yeah, if you know what this is, look again, as I said, it looks like Dynasty Warriors. And then we've got Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Now these are both the Hong Kong releases. This is actually sealed as well, so I thought that was quite cool. Thought yeah, just add that into the pot. We've got a couple of retro games as well. We've got Star Wing on the Super Nintendo. Now obviously the label is quite damaged, but I did only get this for £3, so I thought that wasn't too bad of a price, and it does work. So okay, the label is ripped, but yeah, I can just add that to my collection. And then we've got a Pokemon game that I do not have in my collection, and believe it or not, I have never owned, and that is Pokemon Red.
Where can you catch all 150 Pokemon? On your Game Boy, that's where.
Now, the reason why I've never owned this is because I bought Pokemon Blue when we were growing up, and my sister got Pokemon Red. So she just always had Red, I always had Blue, and in all the times I've been hunting, I've seen this obviously plenty of times, but I've just never seen it for the right price. And I managed to get this for, I think it worked out to be £15, so I didn't think that was too bad. Obviously I probably could have got this a couple of years ago a little bit cheaper, but even loose carts of Pokemon Red and Blue are going for like 30-35s nowadays, so to get it for £15. And I did try the save. It did save initially when I initially tried it, but I haven't tried it subsequently, because I know sometimes it will save your file for like a couple of hours and it will just delete it when the battery's dry. However, Buy Sell Exchange do offer a battery replacement service on these games, so if you do want to get your battery replaced on any of your Pokemon games, you can go down to Buy Sell Exchange and he will replace it for you. So we've got 2 more pieces to go through. I've got a Dreamcast controller box. Now there's nothing in this box, he actually threw this in for free. It's completely empty. I do have a Dreamcast controller to put in there because I no longer own a Dreamcast, so I will probably be selling this at some stage. And the pièce de résistance has to be this Time Crisis 2 G-Con 2 Japanese release on the PlayStation 2. Now this is in absolutely phenomenal condition. It's got a retail sticker rip on there, but that can be taken off quite easily and quite safely. And inside it is absolutely complete. All of the paperwork's in there, the game is in there, the game is in fantastic condition, and the gun is in there. Trust me, I'm not going to take it all out because we'll be here forever putting it back. So I'm even just struggling to put this back. So yeah, Time Crisis 2, absolute arcade classic. Used to love playing this on the arcade, you know, at the airport, wherever you'd find Time Crisis. And it used to be in quite a few bases when I was growing up actually, so it was actually quite an accessible game to play, but it was always expensive. It was always like £1.50 or £2 a go, so but they brought it down now. But yeah, if you go to an arcade. So those are the pieces that I got from Buy Sell Exchange in Bromley. If you want to go check them out, the website is below. This is not a sponsored video. He's just like, I've been going there for years and I've really enjoyed going there. And it's important to support these local video game shop businesses because you just don't want it to disappear. So if you can, get yourself down there, go support a business and go find yourself some awesome games. So if you enjoyed that, hit that like button, consider subscribing. I'll see you next one.